I just wanted to get this thing out of my plate, get it off my plate. I've been postponing and postponing my review, or not really. I didn't want to do a review of these guys. I just wanted to do a little bit of a featurette, or a sort of like a just a show and display type of video for these guys, because it's impossible to review all of them right now. I've already have I don't want to go through the motion of taking them off and transforming them one at a time again and again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase the hack build or custom build that I made for these guys, which went beyond the instructions, obviously. So these are the Creo microchanger combiners. These are all the sets that came in the first, second, third, and fourth waves of the Creo combiners, microchanger combiners. And after these, what follows is the Age of Extinction waves, which I'm not really that interested in because I don't know the combiners. They're just, I think, fantasy combiners made up. These were very significant for me because these were all the G1 gestalts, or the G1 combining teams. And so, you know, as I've always given advice, buy toys only, not because are they worth it, are they worth getting, is everybody getting them, are they rare, are they hard to find? No, that should not be your category. Every time you make a decision to buy a toy, always make sure that, one, the toy is significant to you. The character, whoever it represents, or whoever it is, means a lot to you. Second, it is within your means to purchase that toy. And third, that the toy is accessible, that you don't have to donate organs, or you don't have to go travel half a continent just to get to it. So basically it has to have meaning, and that the price is right. So these all have meaning to me because I never had the gestalts when I was a kid. G1 toys back in the day, in the 80s, were very, very expensive. Yeah, and I didn't want, I never got the best. I mean, I didn't get grades high enough to merit all those combiners, but a bit of a frustration. But looking back, I'm pretty glad I didn't get them. I say a lot of flack. I give a lot of flack to the G1 toys because, well, back in the day they were well ahead of their time, but nowadays, now that there are better Transformers coming out, I'm just not that interested in G1. However, having said that, I am about to do a haul video. I'll show you guys in a little while. A little bit of an update, but I did pick up some G1 toys, which I thought were significant for a Transformers figure, a Transformer collector, and I ended up eating my words regarding G1. So anyway, so here they are. Let me see if I can take the time to show you guys each and every one, just to showcase who they are. This is Devastator, Superion. You got Menasor, Bruticus, Defensor, and at the back, I tried to arrange them in order, at least of my significance and how I came to know them. They've already been gathering some dust. I'll explain why. Then you got Predaking, Computron, Abominus, and Piranacon. I've been waiting and waiting for Wave 3 of the Kreon microchangers. I pre-ordered them like 10 months ago to a local hobby shop. It's been delayed and delayed and delayed because, one, there was an error in ordering the item, so we had to find a new one. Second, the shipping conditions here in Manila are just the most horrible in the world. The customs department is always asking a lot of grease money just to let your cargo go. I mean, ridiculous. There's now a new traffic scheme in the old city of Manila to prevent trucks. There's like a truck ban for several hours in the city, and it's congested. The ports, the piers are congested. The shipping containers are just there. It's taking forever. Ships don't want to go to Manila right away. They want to go through other countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand, dump off their cargo, then put Manila last. So shipping is horrendous. Getting your stuff here is ridiculous. So for those of you who've offered me some stuff that I could get off them or buy them, thank you very much. But it's just not that practical to buy stuff overseas because it's never gonna get here. I mean, it's already been 11 months and I still haven't gotten my wave 3. Wave 3 is like the most difficult wave of microchangers to get, and they've got the cone heads, the oh man, and some of the extra members of each team. And I was waiting for that before I wanted to do a review, but I'm just sick and tired of waiting. So maybe I'll just do an update when it actually comes, and I'll just show it to you. So let's start with Devastator. This is my hack build for him. I used these hacks, or these custom builds. I wanted to use every single piece that came in the box. You can just pause the video if you want. If you want to copy any of these, be my guest. I'm not gonna sue you for plagiarism or intellectual property crap, whatever. But you can copy it, or just make sure you give a shout out to me in your video or whatever. So Devastator, I thought was pretty cool. I was able to use some, even the heads. I put them stuck. Most of them have very similar custom builds that I try to do. I put the heads there and some of the pieces on the back. I tried to modify the arms the way they come in. And basically everybody has the same frame. So you'll have an easy time once you figured out how one gestalt works. You'll have an easy time getting the others customized and custom built. Hold on. Okay. So there. If you bought a wave of previous Creo microchangers, you'll get Hook as well to come with him, and you'll have your completed Constructicon team. Next we have Superion, or the aerial bots. I tried to put every single piece, as you can tell. It's a little bit clunky upstairs, and downstairs is a little bit thin, but I thought it looked okay. Yeah. And again, if you did purchase some of the previous waves of Kreons, you get this wave 1, I think, wave 2. You get Slingshot, and then Menasor, the Stunticon team. This one it turned out pretty well. It's one of the later waves. I think wave 4. I think these two are part of wave 1, as well as this guy and this guy. Wave 2, we saw him, and him. And then, yeah, okay, wave 3 for these two. Okay, so 3 waves. I thought there were 4. My bad. So anyway, here's Menasor. Very, very nice. I think this one turned out okay. There's only 4 of them. So I'm still missing one Constructicon, which we'll get in wave 3. Gosh darn it. And let me see. Hold on. What happened to this guy? Okay. Stand him up. You can copy it. Just pause the video if you want to copy it. And here is Dead End, I think. Right there. From another wave. From wave 4, I think, of the microchangers. Then we got Bruticus. Oh man, I love this one. This one of my favorite combiners is Bruticus. Bruticus and Devastator. Very dusty, you know, it's been 10 months waiting, sitting. So very, very cool. I tried to put everything on him, all the wheels of Onslaught at the back, as you can see. Even the heads. I've put them in places where there's free pegs. Okay, and then if you picked up another wave, like wave 4, I think, wave 2, I don't know, you get Blast Off. Then you got the Protectobots, or Defensor. This one was just okay for me. Wasn't a big fan of Defensor. He was pretty cool, but this one turned out just okay. Not super great, but not bad either. So there. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get from wave 4, I think, again, Groove. That's pretty cool. Next we'll go with Predaking from wave 1 or 1.5, whatever. Thought this one really turned out well. Very, very nice. As you can see, I tried to put the extra pieces as well on his back. Love the colors on this one. I put the weapons at the back, as you can see. So he turned out pretty okay. Put them here. And then in wave 2, I think, or wave 1, you get Rampage. Put them here. Then you got this one. The extra robot, I think Scattershot, not Scattershot, somebody else is in wave 3, which I'm still waiting on. Computron, the Technobots. This one was okay. I thought it turned out okay too. I did like Manosaur better than this one. They're wave mates from wave 3, wave 4, but seems to be okay. And then we get Abominus. He's just okay. I mean, pretty ugly in some parts, in some pieces, some places, but it turned out good enough, I think, in my opinion. The colors are a little bit ghastly, but yeah. And then you get what's this guy? I forgot his name. Overkill? No, I forgot. I forgot that guy's name. Somebody tell me. Anyway, and lastly, you got the Piranacon, the Seacons. We're gonna get Scalar, I think in the wave 1 of the Age of Extinction. I'm not sure. There's supposed to be like 6 of them, so we get 1 in wave 3 and then 1 in this new wave 1 for Age of Extinction. So pretty nice. Very, very impressed with this one. It turned out great. He was my least favorite when I saw him in packaging, but not too bad. He turned out great. So once I do get wave 3, I'm going to show you guys an update, maybe. I don't know. So I would like to show you around what's been up to the annual 2014 Philippine Toy Convention. Just finished from the weekend of June 20 to 22. I sold a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to show you my room and displays, and there's been some holes in them because I've sold a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to show you some plans I've been doing. It's going to be a rough video, so if you're not interested in my collection update, you can turn off this video and watch another FX Friends or Chefatron film. But if for those of you who are still interested and want to see some shaky Michael Bay-ish type of footage and see some of my collection, do stay on for the next 15 minutes. Alright, let me just shut this down, conserve energy. Alright, here we get to see, this is an old cabinet we had. We had this growing up as kids, my brothers and I. We filled them up with G.I. Joes and whatnot, and now I've repurposed them for G.I. Joes again, the latest G.I. Joes. I'm going to show you some of the latest ones. I've actually put them here. So I just bunched up all the Joes in one place, as you can see, and then you get the Rise of Cobra stuff there. A vintage Rolling Thunder right there. Some of the stuff are still pretty good. These are my old vintage Legos. Behind this paper bag are just the Thundercats that I got on clearance, the anime-ish Cartoon Network Thundercats. And then behind there, that whole pile right there, I don't know if you can see it. There's a whole pile right there of broken Joes and vehicles and the Iron Grenadiers and whatnot. I put them there. These are some of my KO Lego figures. These are the KOs, and then these are genuine Creo figures, and these are more KOs. Don't do reviews of them because they're KOs. I did reviews on the Kreons though. Some Matchbox stuff. These are all authentic Creos. It's a bit of a mess right now. I'm planning to actually put bases, Lego bases or build figure bases on there and here, and just stand out so nothing falls off. I'll show you in a little while. They're KO bases as well. And here's my Batman trophy room, whatever. Some Hot Wheels right here, and I want to fix that too. I'm going to put some of the Batman figures there. And these are a bunch of Disney figures, which are all going to go in a bin. I did a review on those dolls. If you've seen my April Fool's video this year, go check it out. Happy Meal stuff. I'm gonna clean up all of that. I'm gonna put these in a bin and to have more space for Creos and whatnot. And on top, I just saw a bunch of loose stuff. Some KO build figures. I got the old Valkyrie. I got some boxes, Sky Commanders, Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow. So a bunch of old stuff in this particular cabinet. So I'm gonna change all that. I'm gonna clean it and show you guys an updated one once it's done. So we'll go to another room. here is the collection room. As you can see, there's been a bunch of missing figures because they've already been sold. As you can see, there used to be a ton of Transformers MOC figures right here. They've been some of them have been sold. Here's a these are supposedly all mutant related Marvel Universe. These are the comic packs, and more mutants right here down there, and then the Joes. G.I. Joe figures right here that I kept MOC. Most of them have doubles, some KOs. I haven't gone to reviewing, not that one, that one's real. These three because they're KOs. I don't want to take them out of packaging, so sorry. Here's a mix of Transformers. As you can see, some of the old movie stuff. Predacons Rising. Oh, you get some Star Wars there. I'll show you the Star Wars later on. Revenge of the Fallen, Decepticons, Autobots. This is just a mix of the odd-sized animated Prime, Beast Hunters, and some other mixed figures, Optimus Prime and Megatron at the back. It's hard to see it because, yeah, right there. This is my Age of Extinction shelf so far. I haven't done much to it because I was disappointed with the film, so we'll see how it goes. Once I get locked down, the new Bumblebee and Slog and Snarl, maybe we'll see how to do and fix it, and then that's it. I'm no longer interested in getting the variants because how crappy that movie turned out. Anyway, so here's what's left of my alternity. There's like Megatron Optimus at the back. You get an alternator. You can't see it here because it's just way too dark, but there's a Jaguar right there, which is Ravage, and some of these Star Wars crossovers and the Avengers. You get all four of them there, crossovers. I'll probably end up selling all these in sometime in the future. Get more vehicles here. You get some more Transformers. These are the, I should end up selling all of these possibly next year, next year's ToyCon. If you're in Manila at about June, the month of June, do come and see the toy convention. I mean, it's the biggest gathering of collectors and cosplayers and whatnot here in the Philippines. It's every June, every year. It's been happening for the last 13 years, so pretty cool. And here's my Galactus shelf. I'll probably be putting the Guardians there. I don't know. We'll see. The Marvel Legends Guardians. So, and in the background, you get to see more of the G.I. Joes, the Rise of Cobra Joes that I've kept MOC. So there, and more Star Wars figures up there. And here's my. Oops. Oh, before I forget, here are the KO Lego bases that I'm going to use for my KO figures and Creo figures. So, and here are the boxes that I've kept. Those Creos have not been opened since I bought them on clearance. Don't know when I'm going to open them. It's going to be a pain assembling them, especially that Star Trek thing. And these two are just boxes from San Diego Comic-Con Marvel Universe figures. Okay, and here's a quick glimpse of, oops, what was that? Of my Star Wars MOC, the vintage collection figures. Some already have doubles and have been reviewed. And as you can see on top, there's a bunch of hooks right there, empty hooks. I've sold some of them, most of them. It's a bunch of Marvel stuff. That Batman, I should be able to transfer that in that OJ. That's the only remaining Batman here in this room, and I should be able to transfer that in that glass cabinet once I figure out what to do with the Creos. Anyway, let me just get on the bed to give you a better view. These are the bigger figures, leader class figures. God, look at that dust. I just cleaned it like 3 months ago. Yeah. Leader class figures from the movie line. An extra animated Prime. This is a variant with the Autobot symbol. The Fallen, put it back in packaging. It's not really a big fan of that figure, but I need it because it's part of the movie. Some odd Voyagers up here, non-appearance in the movie. Some odd Autobots, Decepticons, Deluxes right there. And this one was blank. It was supposedly an expansion shelf for Age of Extinction, but not going to happen anymore because I'm Marvel Select. Black Series, and my Optimus Prime shelf. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Some Iron Man stuff. I put all the Marvel Universe Iron Man right there. This is the movie Iron Man. Did I just show you an Iron Man thing? Oh, I sold my my 3-pack. Sorry. Oops, mind the glare. Sorry about the glare. Okay, I'm trying to get down from the bed. Okay, here's the Iron Man 3.75 inch figures. It's like a whole army. I don't know if you can appreciate it. It's all dusty again. I just fixed this like 6 months ago. No, 4 months ago. I mean, so pretty cool. This is the Spider-Man shelf, which I'm planning to purge as well. I'm gonna fix that because I already reviewed the Marvel Legends Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna have to clean some, get rid of some of them to have space for the new Spider-Man figures, but I will purge some of them, meaning I will get rid of some and try and sell them next year at ToyCon. It's gonna be tough because I do like a lot of them. Especially this one. This one I knew I was gonna end up selling this guy. When I bought him, I was like, oh, you're just gonna sell it for like half the price. So God, I was right. I hate being right. Alright, my wife's bag collection. She has like a ton of bags. Right, like here, even more bags. Yeah, but that's okay. She pays for the bills anyway. She buys some of my toys. Kidding. Anyway, MOC. Oh, this one's been opened. I've done a review of that. So, MOC toys. These two have been open. I'm planning to take them out permanently out of packaging. So I put them in my Marvel Legends Iron Man shelf. See, as you can see, these two. There used to be some Star Wars packs right there. Gone. Some of my Ninja Turtles. Oh, sorry. Let me just. Oops. What is this? Keep stepping. Oh, the Creo. This is my next review. The Wave 1 Micro Changers, Age of Extinction. So we'll get to that in a while. Okay, where was I? All right. Here's some more MOC deluxes, which a lot has already been vacated. A lot of vacant hooks because I've sold them at like ultra cheap prices, and I'm like, oh, why did I even buy them? If you want to see some of Danny and Alex's toys, they're right here. They're like hand-me-downs. They used to be mine, but decided, you know, instead of selling them, I'd give it to Danny and Alex. And here's their Hot Wheels bin. It's just one small bin. Happy Meal bins right here. A lot of them. And my Hot Wheels bins right here, all the way extending up to there. Hot Wheels Matchbox. Hot Wheels Matchbox. This one in particular, I need to show you guys. This is my instruction booklet collection. Transformers. So if you want to have an idea of how many Transformers I've had or I currently have, here's a little bit of an indication of how much Transformers I actually have. So these are all movie stuff, and here's the non-movie stuff. Animated, whatever, cartoons and G1 and Generations charts. So, oh, I forgot to show you my animated shelf. My Seeker shelf, Masterpiece, more Seekers right here, more Seekers, yep, more Seekers, more Star Wars, MOCs, some are doubles, most are doubles. You get some Star Wars vehicles, some G.I. Joe vehicles. These two vehicles should really be transferred. I'm not kidding. I have to transfer them. Some old Ninja Turtles, Rock Lords, all sorts of stuff. Some old vintage He-Man. This is my vintage shelf. They're all gonna be I'm gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna transfer them in a bin because, especially these guys, these Ninja Turtles. I don't know if you can see Ninja Turtles. I haven't seen. They've been reissued. These are vintage toys. I mean, I should just keep them in a bin, keep them out of the sunlight, and dust free. This is my Dark of the Moon shelf. I am still missing Dino for. God darn it, it was so hard to get it. Limited stocks at a local hobby shop. I had a chance to get that Dino from the Lost Age Takara Advanced series, the Age of Extinction. Man, very expensive. It costs like a little over a Voyager figure. And then I'm missing Leadfoot. I'm about to get it. Just saving money for it. Don't know when I'm going to get Leadfoot, but ridiculously high prices. Anyway, here's my Star Wars shelf. And on the bottom, there's the the vehicles from Star Wars, and in the middle is my animated shelf and more Star Wars. That one, if you didn't notice, is the live action movie shelf. This one is the animated Clone Wars shelf right there, and then this is the Transformers the movie 1. This is still the best out of all the four, I think. And then some people will argue it's Dark of the Moon that follows next, but for me, Revenge of the Fallen really struck a chord in me. I love that film. 1 and 2 were really the best, and Dark of the Moon and Age of Extinction are just crap. So here's more of the Chug. Chug means classics, Henkei universe, generations. I'm going to revamp this whole thing, get rid of Silverbolt, get rid of those two guys, the Jetfire and Treadbolted, and not gonna, especially once we get the leader class Jetfire. The G1 shelf, yeah, I'm going to fix that since I already have some new G1 toys that I got. I'm going to try and fix that and flip it because like, there's like up to the ceiling there. You even have, that's not G1. That's repainted War for Cybertron figures. Anyway, so there. Here is a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, some of my old trophies and medals. I do have some like X-Files, some Masters of the Universe that were Cartoon Network. They were anime type of He-Man, and I did God. This one was okay. More Chug figures, but Decepticons. These were Autobots. I do need a bigger Autobot shelf, but we'll see. And then this is sort of my Avengers shelf, both for ML and MU. This is my Prime shelf, Transformers Prime shelf. Okay, not too bad. I should find a way to fix that, but I'm gonna keep it as it is. Ooh, I'm planning to do something with this one. I did get the Takara version, do a mod on that. Or I should say the Takara version. And this is a bunch of Energon, Cybertron, Armada. No, just mostly Cybertron figures. I should get rid of some of them. Oh, this one's a Chug. And this one. But they belong in this universe. So I might get rid of some of them in next year's ToyCon. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Some of my bigger Transformers. You can see Metroplex and Predaking. More MOC stuff, more MOC stuff. Don't know if you saw that. More MOC, Marvel, some Transformers. Let's just go around, okay? Let me see if I can just go around and show you some Unicron. Legends class shelf, right there. All right. Oh, my wife just stuffed everything here. Can't blame her. Got a boatload of stuff. Anyway, this is the Bruticus shelf, as well as the Wreckers right there. Trying to get rid of my MOC Bruticus. Anybody interested? Selling it dirt cheap. Wasn't able to sell it at ToyCon. Nobody was interested for some weird reason. So let me see if I can get a good shot at that. No, hopeless. But I do have an MOC of all 5. If anyone's interested, but I'm sure everyone just wants the game accurate version. Anyway, I'm selling it cheap. So only Manila. People only in Manila. Sorry. This is the video game shelf. This is a mix of Chug and video games, so I'll have to transfer some of them right here, but we'll see. This is a mixture of Prime toys, Transformers Prime, and some Chug toys, the Beast, whatever. Beast Wars Chug toys, so we'll see. Some non-appearance or some out-of-scale toys, as you can see. You got the Pirate right there, got Ultra Magnus. And this one is the Beast Hunter shelf. I've sold some of my Beast Hunters figures. Just made a mistake buying them. Just thought they were interesting. Mighty Mugs. I should be getting rid of these guys, but they're just too cute. I'll probably transfer them in the other room with a glass casing. And then here's more MOC Transformers, and we get to the Marvel shelf. This is the Villains shelf for ML. It's going to be filled up once the AIM soldiers and Hydra soldiers are opened up. And then the Hulk shelf and whatnot. Some other figures. Ghost Rider. More MOC at the back, as you can see. And then these, let's start with Iron Man. My Iron Man shelf. The ML. Some space for new acquisitions. This is my X-Men Mutant related shelf. Some BAFs right there. This is the MU. And this is the miscellaneous. This is X-Force right here. Right there. And more MOC pieces. Here's my bot shots right there. Sentinel, X-Men, everything X-Men. This is Spawn. Not really into Spawn right now, but I don't want to sell these because these have sentimental value. A lot of them were given to me by my wife. We were into Spawn back then. I mean, we were collecting. She was helping me hunt down a lot of the Spawn figures. I did sell already like half of them, but this is what's left, and I thought they were pretty cool. I'm probably going to hang on to them. And this one, lastly, is the Captain America, Thor, Fantastic Four shelf. All right. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show you guys the bins. The Spider-Man figures are right here. They're set to be displayed on that shelf right there, which I already told you guys. Alex's Thundercat stuff. More Hot Wheels. These are the more expensive Hot Wheels right here. These are Matchbox. This is Hot Wheels. This is supposed to be for another bin for Hot Wheels, but decided just to keep Hot Wheels in one bin. Just scrimp on Hot Wheels. I want to purge them, especially the Matchbox cars. I want to get rid of a lot of them. Maybe sell 3 for 100 pesos. 100 pesos like $2.50. I sell 3 for $2.50, which kind of sucks because one car here in Manila costs $2.50. So it's gonna be like a 66% discount. Anyway, I want to sell them next year at ToyCon. So this is supposedly my haul box. The leader class Optimus and Grimlock is only what's left here. These are extra boxes for the stuff that you saw in the other room, for the vintage stuff. I'm going to put them here and store them. The G.I. Joes are going to be going here. The broken pieces, figures are going to be going here. I'm going to sell them at ToyCon. Bits and whatever you want to cannibalize the figures and sell them. And lastly, these are my ToyCon hauls and post ToyCon hauls. Those Hot Wheels are for opening up, but I'm planning to do a massive toy haul video. I'm just waiting for, sorry, shake camera. I'm just waiting for, there's a bunch of Hot Wheels right here. I'm just waiting for a couple more like Masters of the Universe Classics items this weekend. I'm just waiting for that, and then we'll go in and see and do a video. So anyway, I gotta go. Somebody's calling me. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed this video update, and stay tuned for more here on Chefatron. Thanks for watching.